Strat-O-Matic Excel Carryover League. Brought to you by the Shrimp Troll.
(1973 to 1976). Welcome back, baseball fans. 1973-76 Carryover League. And we begin a best-of-7 series, first one of the year. And we got you the good one, folks. Something you've liked. Padres, Dodgers. Most of the time we have a game in San Diego, the land of the yacht rock. Most of the time it's Don Sutton, Randy Jones. We don't have all that today because we're in Los Angeles. And we got Randy Jones. We don't have Don Sutton. We got Andy Messersmith. But we got an exciting series. Let's go check it out. The Padres, by the way, they started the year 3-0. Shocking the world. But let's see if they've come to earth. Game 1. Dodgers at Padres. Andy Messersmith, Randy Jones, solo homer Garvey, solo homer Vic Harris, 1-1. Sloppy defense for the Padres. A single error walk and a single by the Dodgers. It's 3-1. Then a big 8th inning off of Randy Jones. Yep. Single, double, single, and a 2-run homer by Horace Clarke on his card, which is weird. 7-1. Andy Messersmith goes 9 innings, 5 hits and a run, 3 walks, 10 Ks, beating Randy Jones. Round 1, Jones Messersmith. We're going to see that again, but there it is in Game 1. Dodgers get a win on the road. All right, now I've been bagging on the Dodgers mightily, right? Game 2, Dodgers 9-8 in this one, in extras. High-scoring affair. Didn't expect this out of these squads. And now we have our first Mike Marshall moment. As you know, we have Mike Marshall's 208 innings in the bullpen in our league. And so the rule is he can pitch however, when he feels like it. And so today, after 6 innings, Tommy John leaves. Tommy has a 4-3 lead. They're asking Mike Marshall for a 3-inning saves. He implodes in the 8th inning, giving up 5 runs, and turns an 8-3 game at that point to an 8-8 game. But we leave him in there because he's Mike Manor Martian. Dodgers get a run of the 10th. Marshall finishes the bottom half. So Mike Marshall, he went 4 innings, gave up 6 hits and 5 runs. He's fine. Didn't break a sweat. He's got that subluxated wrist flip thing where he doesn't, he can pitch like 600. He can throw like 1,000 pitches every inning. It isn't going to matter. The Dodgers win 9-8. Dodgers, I've been bagging on this team. The formerly undefeated Padres are now twice defeated. So we go to LA for Game 3. Brent Strom against Joe Decker. That's not all he did. And Joe Decker does not pitch very well at all. And finally, suddenly, the Dodgers bullpen is taxed. Mike Marshall went 4 innings yesterday. Decker leaves after 4. Stan Wall goes 2 innings. Charlie Huff goes 2 innings. Jim Brewer goes an inning. Dodgers get 5 runs in the bottom of the 8th to turn a 7-1 game into a 7-6 game. They can't complete the comeback. Padres win 7-6. Which brings us to Game 4, and the Dodgers have another weapon. It's Don Sutton. If you're wondering why it's Game 4, it's because he pitched the final game of the previous series. He's a starter 9. So when you need a complete bullpen reset, presto, you got Don Sutton. He goes 9 innings. He gets a 6-5 win. 5 runs is a lot, but 2 of those were unearned. And they beat Dave Freislavin and Ed Sprague. This is actually a 5-5 game until the bottom of the 9th. When with a runner at second base, the toy cannon Jim Wynn gets an RBI double. And the Dodgers finally win a home game. The first home win by either team. 6-5 Dodgers. They win 3 games to 1. And let's take a look at some stats and standings. Right now, your Padres, who started 3-0, are now 4-3. They're hitting .303 with a .452 ERA. And your Dodgers are 6-3, hitting .253 with a .318 ERA. But we got a Game 5 in LA and a best of 7. Dodgers want to win this one. If they lose, we go to San Diego for 1 or 2 games. And the pitching matchup is a rematch of Game 1. For your Padres, you love this guy. I know you do. The YouTube legend who has never pitched poorly. He might be 20-0 on my YouTube broadcast. You folks have to dig this up. Just Google search Padres. Most of the time, you look at the Padre games, Randy Jones is probably pitching. He once took this team to the League Championship Series. I don't think Randy Jones has ever lost on YouTube. He's pitching today with his 1975 card. He was 20-12 with a .224 ERA in 285 innings. And the Dodgers go with Andy Messersmith. My friend Andy was 19-14, .229 ERA, 322 innings, also in 75. They were probably 1A and 1B in Cy Young voting, I'm guessing. Padres need this. Dodgers would love to make me eat my words. And the Dodgers hate my guts because I don't know how. It's not like I'm trying to trash the Dodgers. Is that the moves they constantly make with their roster are perplexing to say the least. And they're just not as sound and fundamentally put together as well as the San Francisco Giants or the Houston Astros in the National League West. And they're lucky the Cincinnati Reds aren't in the division, or the Dodgers would get humbled. But that's a story for another day. Dodgers want to maybe look bad and beat the Padres 4-1. I'm sure you fans are like me, rooting for the Friars, the Padres, whatever they're called. We'll spin the tumblers. Let's get started from LA. Leading off is Dave Winfield. 6'11" pitcher X, Messersmith's an E22. My friend Andy can't field a ground ball. It's a base hit. Who's catching? Steve Yeager with a -3 arm. No thanks. Dave Roberts. 35 is a K. Johnny Grubb, 112, flies to right. And with 2 outs, Nate Colbert, 35, is a K. Bottom of the win, it's the Toy Cannon, 69. Mine's the 3rd. Billy Buckner, 50-10, catcher's X. Your catcher is Adrian Garrett, a 4-12. For what it's worth, the Padres are going for their offensive lineup with defensive Enzo Hernandez, Mike Ryan, and Mike Ivey on the bench. We'll see how this works on the road. Batting 3rd is Steve Garvey. 4'10", center X, but Winfield has improved his game mightily in the offseason. He's now at 187, and he's doing it in center field, folks, not in right field. Makes the catch. Top of 2, it's Cito Gaston, 68, pops to first. Ben Ogilvy pops up in San Diego, 2-3 grounds to first. And Vic Harris, 38's a single. Jim Fregosi, 5'10", catcher's X. This is Yeager. Stevie Yeager, can't drive, 55. He's a 1-4 catcher, and he makes play. Bottom of 2, it's Ron Say. 47, single on 11, and you can't get it off Randy Jones. Davey Loeb's batting 5th, 57 pops out. Bill Russell, 2-7, pops the 3rd. Randy Jones, 6 up and down. Just saying. Top of the 3rd. Adrian Garrett. 1-8K. Dave Winfield, 2-9 short. Dave Roberts, 47, a single on a 2. Cannot collect. Bottom half of the 3rd. Stevie Yeager, 63. Pitcher. Randy Jones. Ooh, he's an E20. That might be the best chance the Dodgers have today. And he gets the air. There goes your perfecto. Willie Davis, batting 8th against a lefty. 55, short X. Here we go. It's Jim Fregosi. And yeah, he shouldn't be playing shortstop, but he is. He's a 40-48, and that's another error. Well, nothing earned this inning. Horace Clark, 46, base hit left field. Dodgers aren't going to run out of this one. They are loaded. What do you do with Jim Wynn? Let's look at the ground ball beats on the card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of them. I think I'm going to bring the infield up. Jim Wynn. 1-5. Let's take a look at the toy cannon. The toy cannon of 1974. Probably the biggest reason the Dodgers broke through to a World Series in this era, prior to the arrival of, Dusty Baker and Tommy Lasorda and Reggie Smith and all those guys, Rick Monday, in the later 70s. But between Mike Marshall and the toy cannon, they got them to the World Series. 1-5, single 1-8, and he lines out on an 18. Infield is still up for Bill Buckner. 1-4, center B question mark. We're going to run. Yeager's a 10, 11, 12, but he got a minus forearm in center. Now I'm going to let Steve Garvey attempt to win an MVP here. Steve Garvey, let's take a look at him. He's only your 1974 MVP. 21 homers and a .312 average. I'll still take Jim Wynn. Yeah. Sorry, I just will. I mean, it's positional value and that sort of thing. And heck, Mike Jorgensen could do the same thing Steve Garvey can. He pops out, and the Randy Jones effect is real. Bases loaded, nobody out. No problem. We go to the 4th. Johnny Grubb, 59, second. Nate Colbert, 5'10", catcher's X. Yeager's a 1. And with 2 outs, Cito Gaston, 2 7s a K. Bottom of the 4th, scoreless. As we expected, 2 great pitchers going at it. Ron Say, 3'11", flies right. Davey Lopes, 5'11", K. And Bill Russell, 59, a sky to center field. We go to the 5th. We got a no-no going here. We got dueling, a 1-hitter and a 2-hitter. Ben Ogleby, 6'12", pitcher. Victor Harris, 3'11", lines are short. And with 2 outs, Fregosi, 32, short. Briskly played, scoreless, bottom of the 5th. Let's pause a moment for station identification.
This is the Shrimp Trawler video channel.
Este es el canal de videos de camaroneros.
Okay. It's Stevie Yeager, 1-7, Ks. Willie Davis, 39, single on a 16, gets it. B. Steeler. Horace Clark's going to do a 1-out hit and run. It doesn't work. It's a fielder's choice. He's a C. Steeler. He'll stay at first for the toy cannon. 57 pops to first, scoreless, into the 6th. Basically, the Dodgers have, 2 more batters? Is the difference to the game of a scoreless affair. Adrian Garrett, 67 is a K. Dave Winfield, 37 is a K. And Dave Roberts, 49 is a walk. B. Steeler, he'll stay there for Johnny Grubb, who flies to right field. Bottom of the 6th. Bill Buckner, 59, second. Love this pitching, folks. Steve Garvey, 1-7 short. And Ron Say, 1-6. Let's take a look at Ron Say. Randy Jones may have made a mistake there. Ron Say in 1975 at 25 homers and a .283 batting average. Here on the roll of 1-6, it's homer, 1-6, fly ball to left. And when we look up, Ron Say over the wall. It's gone, and the Dodgers take a 1-0 lead. Davey Lopes, 47, single 1-11, collects that single. He's an ace stealer. He'll steal off of Garrett. He'll be safe. Runner at second for Bill Russell. 1-5, flies left. Dodgers 1-0 lead. Mike Marshall's available. They got 9 outs to get. Frankly, there's not much defense to bring in unless you want to improve Jim Wynn with Willie Crawford, but it's not worth the problem. It's not a big deal. We go to the 7th. 1-zip. It'll be Nate Colbert. 2-5, flies left. He's having a tough year, is Nate. Cito Gaston, 58, short X. This is Russell. He's decent. 2-29 at shortstop. Makes the play. And with 2 outs, it's Ben Ogleby. 69, center field. Andy Messersmith with his 2-hitter. 1-0 game. Solo homer, Ron Say on a homer 1-6 chance with 2 outs. That is your game. To this point, it's 7th inning stretch time in Hell A. If you don't know what we're listening to, you got to be absolutely nuts. Of course it's Steely Dan, but which LP? It's Countdown to Ecstasy right here, folks. One of my favorites. Love this thing. Gotta throw down the king of the world for all those people driving out to the Rio Grande. Love me some King of the World from Countdown to Ecstasy. What a great LP this is. Unbelievable. Probably the best non-Larry Carlton LP. In the collection, you gotta love this stuff. Bring back the Boston Rag, your gold teeth, my old school Body Sattva, and of course King of the World. Here we are. All right, bottom of the 7th, Randy Jones, just a 1 mistake in a 1-0 game. It's Steve Yeager. 68, pops to first. Willie Davis, 6'11", second X. Your second baseman is Victor Harris, a 3E22, and that's going to be an error. Any opportunity to sneak in another run. Horace Clark's on a hit and run again. He moves the runner to second, and a fast one. Willie Davis at second. Jim Wynn, he couldn't come through last time. Can he come through this time? 64 for Randy Jones is short X. Did we lead dipshit in there? We did. We left Jim Fregosi in to play short. Oh my goodness, with a skillet at that shortstop. We should have given him a glove for Pete's sakes. He's a 4-48. Can the Dodgers take advantage of it? No, they cannot. Jim Fregosi with a web gem at shortstop. The 4-48. He's qualifying for the Gold Glove at short with Larry Bowen, Bud Harrelson. Jim Fregosi makes the play. My goodness. 1-0 into the 8th. Messersmith needs 6 outs. It's Vic Harris. 1-5 grounds the first. Jim Fregosi, 6'11". Pitcher X, Messersmith, E22. He's a 2. E22. Oh, he boots the ground ball. Messersmith. Will it cost him a 1-0 game? Number 9 hitter Adrian Garrett. 46, base hit to right field. Do you go coast to coast with 1 out with Fregosi? The man with the golden glove, does he have the golden legs? He's a 10. Oh, you got a +3 arm in right field, Jim Wynn. You got to try it on a 13. And he makes it on a 1. So you got runners on the corners. You got to bring the infield up. For Dave Winfield. Let's take a look at his card before he swings. Here it is, 1976 Winfield. Came up in 73. He was a 4. In 74, he was a 4. In 75, he was a 4. But in 76, he's a 1 in the outfield with a -4 arm. And he can play center with the same defense. That is a weapon. On the corners, 1 out, infield up. Here's the pitch to Dave Winfield. 65's center C, it's too shallow. And with 2 outs, it's Dave Roberts. 43, first X, but this is Garvey, a 1-7 Gold Glove first baseman. Got to make a play there, Steve. And he does. Woo, that was close. It stays 1-0. Randy Jones is not going nowhere. Is not going anywhere. Is staying in the game. Bill Buckner, 2-4, second. Steve Garvey, 34, pops to first, and with 2 outs. Ron Say, 57. It's a pop to first. We got the 9th inning already, folks. 1-0. What do you do? What are you doing in the 9th inning? Of course, you leave Messersmith in, right? What's he done? 1, 2. A 3-hit shutout for Messersmith. He won game 1. But do you go to Mike Marshall? Because you're supposed to. Do you go to Mike Marshall? Let's check out the stats. Mike Marshall. The Dodgers have played 9 games. Mike Marshall's pitched 6 1/3 innings. He's being underused. He's not even averaging an inning a game. He pitched 208 innings in 1974. Got to get that inning pitch quota up there. Got to get him into the Cy Young voting. Got a yank Messersmith with a 1-0 shutout from Mike Marshall. Here he is, folks. Don't know what we should do with him, but this is what we are going to do with him. Mike Marshall's going to finish most of the Dodger games, whether you like it or not. And so here he is. He was 15-12. By the way, what's the record of the Dodgers now? They're 6-3. They're winning 2/3 of their games presently. Mike Marshall did not win 2/3 of the games he played in, but this is how we're playing it, folks. Mike Marshall, 15-12, a 2.42 ERA in 208 innings with just 9 home runs allowed. Comes on in the 9th inning. Can we improve the Dodger defense anymore? Yeah, might as well do that too. Let's get Willie Crawford into the game. Willie Crawford will come into the outfield when Jim Winter go the DH. Crawford will take over for Horace Clark. 1 in left, 1 in center, 2 in right, 2 at third, 2 at short, 3 at second, 1 at first, -3 arm catcher. Everything the Dodgers could have, plus the greatest relief pitcher in baseball history based on innings pitched, and so forth and so on. So here we are in the 9th, 1-0. It'll be Johnny Grubb leading off. 4-11 off Marshall is left X. He's a 1-8. This should be an out, and Buckner makes the catch. Now you got Nate Colbert. Let's take a look at Colbert's card. We'll call this the last good Nate Colbert card. A star for this team since 1970. The face of the franchise. In 73, he's still hitting .270 with 22 dingers. Then from there, it'll pretty much be the end. But can Nate Colbert get his team back in this? The pitch to Nate Colbert. 1-4 is a hit by the pitch. Hit by the pitch, a 1-4. What's that doing there? Mysteriously, there's a hit by a pitch on the Nate Colbert card on the roll of 1-4. Now you got Cito Gaston. Let's take a look at Cito. He had a magnificent 1970 for the Padres, hitting .300 with 29 bombs. They kept him around with his 76 card, even though it's with Atlanta, with a .291 batting average. It's righties better than lefties. Here's your pitch to Cito Gaston. 58 off of Marshall is a strikeout. And with 2 outs, it's Ben Ogilvy. Shouldn't even be here. Ogilvy, his 74 Detroit Tiger card, it's .270. Now, what you're wondering, why is he here? In all the different individual season drafts we had, Ogilvy was with Boston, was with Detroit, was eventually with Milwaukee. An expansion team, Las Vegas, had the rights to him. The Padres had the rights to him. The Tigers had the rights to him. It was first come, first serve, and the Padres went and got him. And here he is, the lead run with 2 outs in the 9th inning. Here it is, your pitch to Ben Ogilvy. 1-6, Ogilvy, triple 1-7. Can he tie the game? Yes, he does! With 2 outs in the 9th inning, Mike Marshall blows the game. How did the Dodgers lose the 74 World Series? Well, let's see. I believe Joe Rudy hit a homer off of Mike Marshall, and that was it, right? Yeah, okay. Anyway, that's an RBI triple, and the Padres tie it. Now, Marshall can pitch through the 13th inning and probably beyond. 1-1 game. Runner at third, 2 outs for Vic Harris. 1-6 is a ground to first. Bottom of the 9th. Randy Jones isn't going anywhere. It'll be Davey Lopes. 68 pops to first. Bill Russell. 64 short X. Oh, we didn't bring Enzo in, did we? No, we didn't. It's still Fregosi. Oh boy. 48 at shortstop. Can he make another daring play at short? He cannot. It's an error. Yeah, that was a tactical mistake. Left the Fregosi bat in there instead of the Enzo glove. Speedy Bill Russell's a B stealer. Does he steal with 1 out in the 9th inning? It's a +1 arm catcher. Why not? It's a 1-1 game. He's going to attempt to steal. He's in there on a 10, barely, but he's in there. So Russell's at second base. For Yeager, do you walk him to pitch to the lefty Willie Davis? Yes, you do. Intentional walk. Setting up a double play. You got the lefties Willie Davis and lefty Willie Crawford and lefty Randy Jones. If you're wondering about the bench, you have no bench. You've got Biff Pocoroba and Frank Baker. Thank you very little. All right. First and second, 1 out, bottom of the ninth. It's Willie Davis. Let's take a look at Willie's card. 1973. Willie Davis muscles up with the extra base hits. 29 doubles, 9 triples, 16 home runs. The other weird part, he's doing a lot of double plays now. And he's now just a B stealer. So he slowed down and muscled up is what happened. First and second, 1 out, bottom of the ninth. Here is your pitch to Willie Davis. 65 is center C with 2 outs. It's going to be Willie Crawford. Let's take a look at Willie. Not much on the card against lefties. 295 bat and 73 with 14 dingers. Better against righties, but we brought him in for defense. Here's your pitch to Willie Crawford. 68 pops to third. Bonus baseball. You wanted it. You got it. We're going to keep this thing rolling now. Bad news for Padre fans. Randy Jones is gone after 9. He's a starter 8. I only let starter 9s go extra. So Jones' day is done. We're going to have to figure out how to close this out if they get a lead. We've got the zombie base runner in modern baseball rules, which is the guy who made the last out. Vic Harris is at second base. Marshall's not going anywhere. He's going to win or lose this thing, and that's just how it goes. Again, he needs the inning. He needs the work, folks. He's the only relief pitcher in the entire sport who needs the work. I suppose you can say Rich Gossage. He's also a relief for the White Sox. He needs the work, but in essence, he's not mistreated the way Marshall is. Moreover, Gossage throws 100 miles an hour, so you really don't want him to pitch a lot of innings. So, Jim Fregosi, we left him in there with a bad defense. He's a chance to be a hero in the 10th. Runner at second. Here's the pitch to Jim Fregosi. 3-6 is single 1 to 12. He rolls a 15 and lines out. Number 9 hitter Adrian Garrett. 2-7, let's take a look at this guy. Adrian Garrett was a Cub in 73 and 54 at-bats with a 222 average with 3 home runs. Signed as an extra player. 2-7 is your single to center field. Vic Harris is a 15 runner. You got the -1 arm of Willie Davis. You're going to run him on a 14, and he scores on a 14 barely. 14, by the way, if you're wondering, is one of my home field advantages that the road team's third base coach has to run on a 14 or better, or he makes the player jam on the brakes. And guess what? It was 14 or better. It was exactly 14. It was a 15 for Harris and a -1 arm makes 14, and he got a 14. So that's the RBI single, and the Padres have a lead. Now, let's get some wheels in motion. Let's get Adrian Garrett off the bases. Let's put Enzo Hernandez on the bases. He'll take over at short. Let's get Fregosi out of the game. We'll put a catcher in his spot. Flip positions. And now we're really looking smart for the Padres. As you go back up top to Dave Winfield. 6'11", second X. This is Davey Lopes, a 3-12 second baseman. And that's a 4-6-3 double play. I guess we could have stole we could have stole Enzo Hernandez there as a B stealer, but you do have -3 Jaeger. All right, Padres get the run. Bottom of the 10th. They got to figure out how to finish it. I am of the opinion that for some mysterious reason, the Dodgers aren't very good against lefties. So instead of flipping to a righty, I'm going to continue with another one. And that's going to be, to just add some sauce to this thing, former Dodger Pete Reichert. Yes. Former Dodger Pete Reichert, who played for the Dodgers in 73 with a 3-3 record, 3.18 ERA in 51 innings. He is going to come in and try and beat his old team in the bottom of the 10th. Who made the last out? Willie Crawford. He's a great base runner. He's at second base. Willie Crawford is a 16 base runner. I know what you're thinking. Bunt him over to third, and then You have 2 cracks to tie the thing. I know you're thinking that, folks. But I haven't been doing that. If the road team doesn't score, I've been doing it. But I've been having the home team hack. Cincinnati hacked. Cincinnati was down a run in the bottom of the 10th, and we didn't do any of that bunting nonsense. We just swung away and won the game. So let's see if the Dodgers keep up with the elite teams of the National League here, trying to close out the, in air quotes, lowly Padres. It's Jim Wynn will be swinging away with a base open. Here's the pitch. 66 off Riker. It's a fly ball to left. Now you got Bill Buckner. 2 nines a pop to second base, and with 2 outs, it's Steve Garvey. We saw the card earlier, did we not? I think we did. Yes, 312 average, 21 homers for Steve Garvey. Chance to be a hero. Tie run at second base, 2 outs in the bottom of the 10th. Here's the pitch to Steve Garvey. 2-7. It's a double to center field. It's a 2-out double, and the Dodgers tie it again. Oh my. The idea was to shorten the game by putting a guy at second base in the 10th inning. Well, we're still playing, folks. It's 2-2. Garvey at second with 2 outs, and you got Ron Say with the base open. And Davey Lopes on deck. But I'll tell you this, Ron Say walks a lot anyway, and Davey Lopes has probably more hits on his card than Ron Say has hits. Ron Say probably is more on base if you factor in the walks. So Reichert will battle Ron Say with Garvey at second and 2 outs in the bottom of the 10th inning. Here's the pitch. 2-10 for Say. Is a base hit. ... Let's take a look at the card again. We showed it earlier. We'll show it again. It's single ... And that's so very... If you follow this template, if you have the 1, 5, 7, 10 template, you seldom get single ... on 210. Now, a lot of guys who hit 320, 330 will have hits on 10 plus 3, 5, 6, blah, blah, blah. Davey Lopes and Ron Say, they both hit well over 300 against lefties. But Ron Say on 210, it's single ... So I don't even have to run Garvey. He scores automatically. And just like that, the Dodgers get a pulse-pounding walk-off single, and they win the game 3-2, and Mike Marshall collects his second win of the series. This is a developing story. So Mike Marshall has blown 2 saves. Mike Marshall's collected 2 wins. Interesting. And the Dodgers have won 2 series. More interesting. Let's take a look at the stats as we'll just take this right to the end. Mike Marshall wins the game by pitching kind of lousy. He gave up 2 hits, 2 runs, a walk, and a K in 2 innings. Messersmith was brilliant with a no decision. 3 hits, a walk, 6 strikeouts. Unbelievable. Only was pulled because history says you have to let Mike Marshall pitch. That's the only reason he left the game, instead of going for a complete game shutout. Pete Reichert has to take this loss. He gave up 2 hits and 2 runs in the 10th. Randy Jones, a no decision, 4 hits, a run, solo homer, walk and 2 strikeouts. There's your box. 10010, 0109 2/3, 3625, 27121227. Dodgers win the series 4-1. And I, ladies and gentlemen, am eating crow. That's right. I am being ridiculed and mocked by the Dodger fans out there, as this Dodger team is playing pretty well. Yes, their offense goes into confounding slumps, but it seems the pitching is always there. They have plenty of speed, plenty of defense. And let's take a look at some stats. Your Padres are now 4-4. They're hitting .284, but they have a .430 ERA. Randy Jones is 101 in 25 innings in 3 starts. Power department, let's give Cito Gaston 3 home runs. Dave Roberts, his best card ever, 13 for 36, hitting .333. And your Dodgers How about, okay, they're 7-3, but Mike Marshall is 3-0 with 2 saves in 10 games. He's pitched 8 1/3 innings in 10 games, giving up 10 hits and 7 runs. So, Mike Marshall's got an ERA of 7.56. He's got a 7.56 ERA, but he's 3-0. Don Sutton's 2-0. Messerschmitt is 2-0. Tommy John and Joe Decker have lost everything else. Couple home runs for Yeager and Wynn. Ron Say's got 14 hits. He's 14 for 39. Garvey, well, Say had the big hit, actually. 14 for 39. Anybody else do anything really good for the Dodgers? Not really. They're hitting 242 with a 3.03 ERA. I know it's early. Let's take a quick peek out west. Giants did lose their series, but they played the Reds. Astros, they beat the Phillies in a best of 5. They're at 500. Phillies are 5-3. But for the moment, at least, the Dodgers find themselves in first place in the West. 2 games above the Astros and Padres. And the Giants still have to play. I think they play interleague. Yeah, they play an interleague battle later in this round. But that's it tonight, folks. Break up. Gotta say it. I'm eating crow. It's on me. Break up the Los Angeles Dodgers. Comeback. Gritty. Resilience. Tough lineup. Tough pitching. They beat the Padres 4-1. Thanks for checking this out. We'll see you next time.